Weddings and Romance webinar. I know there's a lot of love in the air at the moment and a lot of people are wanting to get married with destination weddings. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. So Anna, hello, welcome.
Hi, I'm Anna Wells and I'm representing the Blue Waters Resort and Spa in Antigua, telling you everything about weddings and romance today. Our prize is £50 or $60.
Super, thank you very much, Anna. We've also got Jay. Jay, hello.
Hello, I'm Jay from Elegant Hotels, and we have 7 hotels in Barbados. I won't go through them all now. And today our prize is £50 with my booking rewards, or $60.
Super, thank you very much, Jay. And then last but not least, we've got Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Hello there. Hi, I'm Stephen Smith. I am Sales and Marketing Manager for the Tobago Tourism Agency. And I'm obviously going to be talking to you about the romantic offerings that my beautiful island has to offer you. And I do believe I'm offering £50 as well, or $60. So yes. Same
Super,
price.
thank you very much. So Stephen, over to you. You're going to transport us to Tobago and show us what you've got on the island.
Absolutely. Okay. Make sure I get the right one. Hopefully you can all see that. Can you see that? Is that all good? Yep, got the thumbs up. Brilliant. So yes, welcome. I have in the past done a few presentations. Hopefully you've seen those general presentations on the key selling points of the island in general. Obviously this presentation is just focusing on some key areas in Tobago with a romantic offerings to them. So I shall start by taking you to, just as a reminder, where are my islands? Is this presentation going to work? Yes. First presentation, teething problems. Yes. I've pressed down about 5 times now. Please bear with me.
I think it's maybe your internet connection, Stephen, that's causing it. It's all there on the screen.
Oh, are you seeing stuff?
Yeah,
are you seeing things change?
I can see your landing page, your Tobago Beyond Ordinary.
Oh, right. Yes, it should have moved on from there a little bit now by now. Hang on a second. Okay, let me stop sharing and start again and see if that makes a difference. Lovely technology, it's fantastic. Right, share screen again. Let me go to presentation from there. Let's see. That makes a difference. Okay. Ah, yes, it works. Finally, marvel of modern technology. So yes, just as a reminder for those who may have seen my presentations before or may not, Tobago is part of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We're positioned right at the very bottom of the crest of Caribbean islands, right next to Venezuela. Getting there is very, very easy. From the UK point of view, I noticed actually with people registering and logging in, there's quite a few people from the States. So I haven't put stateside information, but I know there are direct services from New York and from Miami, I believe. But from the UK side or European side, we have British Airways direct twice a week from London Gatwick. There's also 5 times a week services out of Gatwick to Port of Spain in Trinidad, and then you have a 20-minute connection down. And finally, the newest news, KLM started a service last year out of Amsterdam via Barbados 3 times a week to Port of Spain, again with a connection down to Tobago. So there's quite a few different ways of getting to Tobago. But in future, what I will do is I will make sure I have stateside flight information for our American and Canadian guests. One key little point to advise is that anyone arriving into Tobago from this December onwards will have the delight of seeing a brand new airport terminal. So yes, nice and fresh, new airport terminal, duty free, etc., etc., etc. So yes, that's the newest news. If you want just an update on new news for Tobago. So, with regards to romantic offerings, our island is only 25 miles by 7. So it's not the largest of islands, but we do have distinct areas which lend themselves to being very photogenic. We have lots of weddings and ceremonies, renewal vow ceremonies, those sort of things in certain parts. Why? Because they're very picturesque. It lends itself to Tobago as a whole, as a really authentic, unspoilt destination. I would take you on a little bit of a journey, but I do want to point out this key little thing. So the first area you can see the arrow at the very bottom pointing to Pigeon Point Heritage Park. This is actually one of the most iconic areas of Tobago. This is the Heritage Park. Now, if anyone who's joined me on previous presentations will know that this area is very, very popular for the water sports. People doing kite surfing, windsurfing, all sorts of activities like that, as well as we have an incredibly beautiful bioluminescence experience which leaves from the Pigeon Point Park also. But because we're focusing on the wedding element, this is also a very, very, very photogenic area as well. We have a jetty, and it's regarded as the most photographed jetty in the world. The top right picture is actually taken from the jetty, but you'll see some other images like the jetties in the background of the picture on the left. But again, all these images just highlight that we do have weddings. It is a very popular area for weddings and for ceremonies, different types of ceremonies, whatever denomination that people are interested in. We have wedding organizers on island, but of course, they're also all connected, I beg your pardon, with the various hotels that we have on island. This whole point of this presentation is just to give you guys a feel of the romantic offerings. So Pigeon Point area, there's a couple of more setups showing you how Pigeon Point area can be a romantic setting. So yes, a little bit away, again, going back to the map, a little bit away from Pigeon Point is our swimming pool in the middle of the sea. We call it the nylon pool. It's actually a sandbank which comes up to your waist. But again, it's a beautiful little area where I know that a couple of the wedding operators on the island have arranged things like picnics in the middle of the sea. Just a romantic couple just having their own little picnic in the middle of the sea in our middle of our swimming pool. Absolutely fantastic and very, very, very different. And just next door to Nylon Pool, we have an area called the No Man's Land. Again, this image, we didn't create this image for you for this presentation. This is actually a setup that's actually been created for a couple to just enjoy a romantic picnic in a no man's land. And in the background of this picture, you can actually see Pigeon Point. So that aerial image I showed you a couple of slides ago is all the way over there. So yeah, you can see the sort of the general vicinity and how things aren't too far. But again, very, very picturesque, very, very beautiful. So let me take you to another side of the island, to the northeast side of the island. Now, one key little thing to think about is this whole chunk. I hope you can see my little pointer arrow. This whole area up here, this northeastern area, has been designated a UNESCO Man Biosphere designated area. Now, I'm not going to go into too much about the UNESCO listing. It's called the Man Biosphere. If you do your own research and have a look at it, but it incorporates 3 different elements: the villages, the underwater world, and the Main Ridge Forest Reserve, another beautiful area which you'll see shortly. But we should go over to the right-hand side, top right-hand corner, to an area called Speyside. It's very popular for our divers. It's a very gorgeous, very beautiful. In fact, what you'll see is a lot of the areas around Tobago are very green and very lush and very natural. But again, Speyside, very, very, very beautiful. Just off in the background, you have Little Tobago and Goat Island, which are gorgeous little islands for people to go and just explore in their own and do some bird watching over there. But look at this kind of setup. Can you, this is just to inspire you and give you an idea that, how beautiful things can be arranged for you here. I'm not getting into too much technical information with regards to the costs and the variety. In effect, whatever you want is available, and I do have information regarding the different bridal associations and wedding operators on island. But as I said earlier on, a lot of them are tied in with the various hotels. So over in Speyside, we have Blue Waters Inn. So they have a tie-in with various wedding operators, and they can arrange the setup on the beach like this, as well as other elements in. This is one of the villas at Blue Waters Inn, and again you can see the sort of offerings that they have available. Now, just above Blue Waters, on the hill looking down on the property, we have historical sites such as this water wheel. Again, this image we've got. I have a whole photo shoot of this couple having a wedding. It's actually a real wedding, and again, you can see the sort of type of offerings. So if people want, people who want that sort of natural, elegant and historical background, not your traditional on the beach. I've just shown you the on the beach, but something slightly different, a little bit quirky, then that sort of offering and those sort of backdrops are available and possible in Tobago. We also have a sugar mill, which is, I'll show you in a map for it shortly, is down on the southwest of the island. But again, it's just reiterating the point that I've just made with regards to historical and just slightly quirky and slightly different locations on our beautiful little island. So yes, there you can see the water wheel is up there, and down there is where the sugar mill is, down in that southwest area. Another thing that we have, another area that you can explore or people can look at are the sort of other natural offerings that Tobago has, such as the waterfalls. There's about 6 around the island, and most of them are easily accessible, like Argyle Falls or like the Stara Palatuvia Falls. Oops, I beg your pardon. All very, very easily accessible. And this little clip is just going to show you, this is great, to show you, what's it showing you first? I think it's showing you Speyside first. So it's taking you back to what I just discussed about that Speyside area with the water wheel and the sort of romantic offerings in that area. Very green, very, very lush, just like most of Tobago. So I kind of think that the focus for people who want the romantic offerings or experiences in Tobago, they are closer to nature, and it's about making it slightly different than the run-of-the-mill sort of, you know, normal sort of bling on the beach or at the hotel resort. So yeah, I've got a couple of little clips. They're only about a minute long, but this one is all around that blue waters in the Speyside area. As I said before, blue waters, this whole area is fantastic for divers and bird watchers, anyone who's interested in nature. But it also, as you can see, is an amazingly romantic location. And I've got one more little clip, and this one is, I believe, taking you over to Argyle Falls. So the two areas that I mentioned. So this is like obviously an aerial view, but each one of these pools, Argyle Falls has 3 tiers. So as you can see, there's a pathway, it's about 10-15 minute walk in through the rainforest, and it takes you to the 3-tiered waterfall. And each tier has a pool underneath where you can take a sort of refreshing dip. But we have had setups where people have had their photo shoots or at the waterfall with the waterfall as the backdrop. So yes, again, it's just to give you an idea of the sort of romantic offerings available, all with a focus on being natural and sort of authentic. And finally, the last couple of shots are just to remind people that we do, I mean, a lot of people, everyone's going to be talking about the Caribbean. We do have amazing sunsets. The Caribbean is an incredibly romantic location. And yeah, I hope the short presentation and the short amount of information I've given you will give you an idea of the sort of romantic offerings as Tobago's natural and authentic locations can offer you. And I do believe that is it. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much.
Super, thank you very much, Stephen.
Was I okay with my time? I didn't exceed my time, did I?
It was well in your time, so
oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Super, thank you very much. I hope you've all enjoyed the presentation on Tobago. Any questions you've got for Stephen, just pop them into the Q&A. So we're now going to leave and go across to Antigua, and we've got Anna. Anna, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Right. Okay, so I'm going to whisk you all over to Antigua. And why choose Antigua for a romantic holiday? And I would say we've got 365 beaches to explore, many off the beaten track, absolutely some of the best beaches in the Caribbean. We've got gorgeous sunsets, beachside wine bars. You could head over to Prickly Pear Island as well for a private picnic, and it's just sort of shallow turquoise waters. It really is stunning. So for Antigua is now fully test-free. So recently this all changed. So whether you're vaccinated or non-vaccinated, it is now fully test-free. There's no forms. So it's a really seamless process getting to the island and also getting through the airport. And you can be at Blue Waters within an hour of landing. We're set in 17 acres of lush tropical gardens. And As we're a family owned and run resort, the owners take great pride in how the gardens look, and you really will notice this as soon as you enter Blue Waters. It's absolutely stunning with the gardens there. We have 7 swimming pools, including an adults only pool. So you can see at the top left-hand corner here with double day beds. So great for wedding parties if you're traveling with children and you might want to get away from children for the day, or if you're coming as a honeymoon couple, it's perfect for that. And they've all got ocean views as well. We then have Carolyn's beach pool, and we also have a further 3rd pool there for use by everyone, which is Veronica's pool. We then have 4 exclusive to Cove Suite guests, which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute. So we're all premium accommodations. We lead in from our deluxe beachfront rooms. So we actually took our superior hillside rooms out of the inventory. And one of the biggest reasons for this is so that we could manage our occupancy, reduce our occupancies, and ensure that we're giving a much more personalized service to our guests. So we have 48 deluxe beachfront rooms, all with views of the ocean. They're steps down to the beach. They've all been refurbished within the last 2 to 3 years. And we're actually going back through these rooms at the moment to do some soft refurbishments to them. We then have the wonderful Cove Suites set just a short 5-minute stroll from the main resort. These are perfect for honeymooners. They're really luxurious, spacious, 750 square foot, and they all have views of the ocean. They're set within Cove Villas. We have 4 Cove Villas in total, and they've each got 6 Cove Suites and a 3-bedroom penthouse at the top. And each of those Cove Villas shares a Cove pool. So you may not see another person around those pools all day. So really nice and private and romantic up this end of the resort. And they were all refurbished back in 2018. You can see very bright whites, Caribbean look and feel. So the 3-bedroom Cove penthouses, we have 4 of these in total, right at the top of the Cove Villas, towering over the ocean, absolutely incredible views of the ocean. They also have a kitchen facility within these suites, so we can organise a private chef within them as well. So you can see the dining space on the balconies there, beautiful views. And they're perfect for wedding parties or like just larger family groups coming to the resort. We include VIP arrival and return airport transfers. And also Nicole, our villa concierge manager, will take care of every need for our guests staying in the Cove penthouses and our villas. So the villa collection. We have the wonderful Turtle Cottage, our newest villa in the collection, opened in 2011. It's 4,500 square foot, all open plan living and dining space downstairs. So again, we can organise private chef within these villas. Private pool, exclusive beach access, and all of the bedrooms are en suite with ocean view. So it really is a stunning villa. That will sleep up to 12 guests in the Turtle Cottage. We then, next door to Turtle Cottage, we have Pelican House. It's 2 3-bedroom villas side by side, or you can take it as all 6 bedrooms. So the 6 bedrooms will take up to 18 guests. And I think this would be a perfect option for larger wedding parties, because instead of taking 6 deluxe beachfront rooms, you could take all 6 bedrooms of Pelican, have the exclusive use of the pool. You've got your exclusive beach access as well, and you've got your own villa concierge manager. You can have private dining down in this villa as well. And then last but not least, we have the wonderful Rock Cottage set on its own headland. It's the owner's residence, but when the owner's not in, we do rent this out to our guests as well. So it's a 4-bedroom villa with its own pool and a further plunge pool at the front. The great thing about this villa as well, it's got a wonderful terrace at the front of it where we can actually have exclusive destination weddings. It's one of the most unique venues in the Caribbean to have a destination wedding. So in terms of our dining, we have actually changed our dining experience to a fully a la carte dining experience. And this really goes well for our couples. They love this experience now. So the Palm restaurant is open all day long for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So the only part of that that's buffet would be the cold options at breakfast, but everything else is fully a la carte. So it's a much more premium experience. Then hot off the press, so we've got a brand new Carolyn's restaurant now. So we actually closed for 4 weeks. We knocked down the old structure and we've actually made like kind of a really nice tiki bar look and feel to it. It's going to be relaunching as The Reef, and we're going to be opening this during the evenings for evening dining as well, because we put a brand new kitchen in there. And I think this would be a fantastic venue for a wedding reception. And then lastly, we have the Cove restaurant, voted one of the most romantic restaurants in Antigua. It's romantic gourmet dining, waterfront setting. If you are celebrating a special occasion, I would recommend that we can then organise an oceanfront table there. We can decorate it, make it really nice for a special occasion. All 3 of our restaurants are part of the all-inclusive programme, should your guests opt to stay all-inclusive, or they can stay bed and breakfast if they wish. We are a laid-back luxury service. You will see from TripAdvisor reviews that our guests mention our staff by names, and they mention many of our staff by name. We've got a fantastic, energetic, enthusiastic team. They will know your guest names within a couple of days of them arriving, and they really are one of our biggest assets at the resort. So looking at weddings, we offer a variety of different venues for our weddings. The wedding gazebo is the favourite for our couples. So it's set on its own sort of private headland there. You've got the really long path leading down to the gazebo. So it's absolutely beautiful setting for when the bride walks up to meet the groom. And it's all surrounded by water. So it's really private up there. We then have the beach wedding. So this is probably better for like your smaller weddings. It's minimalistic, barefoot weddings, but it's really, really stunning setting if you just want that water view there. And then lastly, as I mentioned previously, if you are staying at Rock Cottage, or if Rock Cottage happens to be free when you do come and stay, we can actually book your wedding at Rock for you. We can take up to 30 guests in there. All of the dining can be taken care of within Rock Cottage. We can include entertainment up there as well. So it really is its own destination. So we are offering a free My Way wedding package for 2022 and 2023. So the free My Way package includes the ceremony. It includes your bouquet, buttonhole, decorated gazebo, and also the services of our wedding manager. You can then tailor make anything you want on top of that. We also offer 2 further packages. We've got just the 2 of us because we do recognise that a lot of people just come just as a couple, or they may just bring their parents with them as well. So it includes all the wedding fees, the transport to the registration office, your ceremony, decorated gazebo, your flowers, cake, champagne, and a private wedding dinner there. The great thing about Antigua is that you only have to be there 24 hours before you can get married. So it really is very easy to get married on the island. And then lastly, the ultimate wedding package. It's perfect for those larger weddings of up to 25 guests. We do cater for smaller weddings really at Blue Waters just because of the size of the resort. So 25 to 30 really would be the top end for our weddings. But this package would include everything that I just mentioned in the Just for Two, but also drinks reception, a larger drinks reception, a larger wedding dinner, and you can choose your venue, and also a 2-tiered wedding cake. So we offer a variety of different floral arrangements and bouquets, and because we've got absolutely stunning gardens with lots of different flowers, we can take our guests around and actually they can choose their colors, choose their flowers. We can get that all put together for them to create a tailor-made bouquet for them. Photography packages, we've got a variety of different photography packages. So you can have your pictures in an album, or you can just have them on a memory stick for you to take home. We also offer videography packages as well. So there's lots of different options to choose from. And then in terms of music, you've got options from saxophonist, pianist, steel pan, you can have a singer, you can have different music for the day. And then also in the evening, we can offer a band as well, depending on where you have your reception. And then wedding dinner reception. So we can offer private intimate dinners for small weddings up at the gazebo. So we can take up to 6 guests in there. We can sit them down with Michael Harrison, our chef. They can tailor make the menu for them there. We could offer a beach dinner for up to 20 guests. You can see at the bottom here. And also then the Cove restaurant can be hired for our larger wedding parties. We also then offer a variety of different honeymoon and wedding anniversary packages at Blue Waters. And for our guests staying in Cove suites, luxury suites, villas and penthouses, the honeymoon package is complimentary. It will include champagne and chocolates on arrival, a romantic turn down, and also our wonderful sunset champagne experience. So the sunset champagne experience includes private use of the spa infinity pool. It includes a bottle of champagne and canapes, and you really can just chill out, watch the sun go down. It's a really private location there as well. We will then book an oceanside table at the Cove restaurant for them later. We also then offer private wine and rum tasting. We have our own sommelier, Jason, and we also have our own Tario does all the rum tasting there as well. Private dining, as I mentioned, we've got the gazebo there, and we can tailor make the menu. And we also have our own private boat. We have 2 boats. We have Monterey, which will take up to 8 guests. You can see on the right here, that's our brand new boat that's just joined us this year. And we also have Monty Wave, and that will take up to 6. We have lots of different experiences, from just going out for a 2-hour trip right the way up to a full day. We also partner with Sheer Rocks, where we can offer a package for private use of their spa pool, tapas package and wine, and it's a really, really nice day out. We have a wonderful spa, and it's all treatments by Ela and Elemis. So Ela is a British organic spa brand. We've also got a couples treatment room in there as well, with a variety of different couples treatments on offer. And I'm just going to show you a short video. lastly, we are on My Booking Rewards, so do make sure you register for My Booking Rewards. You can earn points and turn them into cash or free nights. And that's everything for me. Back over to you, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Anna. So we've had lots of love hearts for you today, which is good.
Yeah.
Keeping it in with the weddings and romance vibe, I suppose, which is good.
Feeling the love.
Thank you for your presentation. So now we're moving over to Barbados. Jay, over to you.
Hi there, everyone. Let me just share the screen. Which one? Oh, sorry about that. At the end. Let's try at the beginning. Hi, so I'm Jay from Elegant Hotels, and we have 7 hotels in Barbados. But we are now part of the Marriott all-inclusive program as well. So I'm not quite sure I've got black marks all over my presentation, but just to let you know, this was going to be...
Jay, stop sharing and untick the box that says maximize your video for performance, because it's that. So you've ticked it to show the sound and it will come up all over your presentation. So just go untick the box that says maximize the video. You need to stop sharing, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now share again, but make sure that box is not ticked.
Which box, sorry?
It's when you do your share sound, there's one box, and next to it there's one that's maximize the video for performance. You need to untick that because that's the one that's causing the black boxes.
No, it still doesn't make any difference. Anyway, don't worry, it's only one slide, hopefully. So we are part of Marriott all-inclusive now, and there will be hotels all over the Caribbean. However, what I was saying was I do apologise that it's not a very romantic presentation today, but my colleague in Florida was going to be doing this, so apologies for that. But Elegant Hotels as a whole, there's lots of... Sorry, I really apologise, nothing. Elegant Hotels as a whole have water sports at all the hotels, so that includes all your water skiing, stand-up paddle boarding, banana boat rides, etc., including your deep sea fishing with the chef. So whether it's bait to plate and you want to just go out and catch fish, bring them back, and you can cook them with the chef on the beach, or they can do them for you. And we have the Elegant Wellness program, and that includes yoga, Pilates, beach spa. But also at the hotels, 3 out of the 7 have got the Flying Fish Club. So that's turtle, crystal, and tamarind. And then, of course, on the West Coast, you also have the use of the complimentary water taxi, which goes from Colony right down as far as Waves. Unfortunately, it doesn't reach round as far as Turtle, but you can get the taxis from the hotels, and they are all at reduced rate. You also have the Elegant Hotels Taste of Elegance Dine Around. You've got 14 restaurants between the properties, and you can dine at any of them. So you can do the interchangeable dining. You've got the intimate beachside dinners, as well as afternoon tea at all properties. And we also do offer healthy choices. Positano's is the new restaurant. You can dine there from the House and Tamarind on the all-inclusive packages, but with the other hotels, it is just a public restaurant. Now, why would you get married in Barbados? The reason for this, it's really easy. There's no residence period. You only literally have to be on the island for 3 hours. You could go to the registrar, get all the documents signed, as long as you've got your passport, birth certificate, and any divorce or death certificates if you've been widowed. Marriages performed are legal in the UK and in the US, and if they're apostilled and stamped on the island for a nominal fee, then they're also legal in Europe as well. Obviously, some countries' documentation will require translation, and it takes the stress away from you, so you're already on your honeymoon. With the honeymoons, you get free honeymoon packages as well as additional upgrades. Packages include cake, champagne. Some of the music is included, so whether it's steel pan, pianist, we even have a harpist on island as well. You get the full use of the wedding coordinator, and we have Emma Corrie, who is a wedding designer, but she's also done designing for celebrity packages as well. Anything from pure elegance to beach chic. They start in the region of $2,000. The sky's your limit, really. And there's an extensive add-on list as well, covering all the things that you didn't think you needed. So these are just a few of the packages, and I'll get those sent out to you after. So Colony Club is our flagship property. They offer a complimentary buffet breakfast, 2 restaurants, 2 bars, but it is the one with the only rum vault on the island. It has 150 rums from around the world, and here you can do your rum pairing dinners, your rum and chocolate tasting, or just go there for a rum. The most expensive rum that they have there is $150 a shot. So maybe after the wedding, you could all go there for a quick drink. It has 4 freshwater swimming pools, as well as complimentary tours, organic beach garden, and smaller garden weddings are available as well. This is just a few of, so this gives you an idea of a garden wedding, but you can also have sunset deck weddings, the rum vault, and of course we have the spa at Colony as well. All the spas throughout the Elegant properties are Elemental Herbology, and that's British brands, and it's based on the 5 elements. The house is an adult-only property, and both the house and Treasure Beach became all-inclusive in 2020, just after Marriott took over. Now, you probably wonder why we have an adult-only property one side of Tamarind for 34 suites, and then the other side of Tamarind, we have another adult-only property, which is only 35 one-bedroom suites. They are very different. When you arrive at the house, you literally arrive across a wooden bridge, and you're met there by your own personal ambassadors. We have 17 ambassadors to look after the 34 rooms. It's very much a wellness by day, romance by night, and we even have a romance concierge at the house. So with the romance concierge, they can book anything for something like a classic car to take you across to the East Coast, to have a picnic champagne breakfast on the beach as the sun rises. With the hotel, you get champagne breakfast to start your day, jet lag massage on arrival, as well as all the afternoon tea and champagne and canopies in the evening. It is very much an all-inclusive property, and you get your extensive wine menu as well as cocktail listings. You can dine at Positano's restaurant. There's also a small dining area within the house itself, but it is exclusive to the house guests. With the other hotels, that they can go in and out and look and dine within those properties. With the house, it is completely exclusive to those guests. Just to give you an idea, it just does have a small pool and a small jacuzzi. With the jet lag massage, it does have a small spa. It is only 2 rooms, a couples and a singles spa, treatment room, sorry. Coming on to Treasure Beach, where the house is much more quiet for those that, if you want, stay away from everyone. Treasure Beach is much more social. Again, it is adult only. When you arrive here, everything is pretty much like a small cruise ship. The rooms are based around the pool. And here we do have, though, Javon Cummings, who is an award-winning chef. And his kitchen is actually an open kitchen, so you can actually see what he's actually doing in the kitchen. He will do cookery courses as well as wine and cheese pairings. It is our only hotel that has a wine cellar and a sommelier there. We also focus on art, though, and here you can do your Mandela sip and paint, or you can do your treasure art crawl, where you go out, literally, you'll go to an art, say maybe to Earthworks Pottery, and then you'll go to a rum shop afterwards, then go to an art gallery, and then another rum shop. So you can see the way this is sort of going. Evening entertainment, they have movies under the stars, they have the live music, but they also have, every night they have a pop-up bar. So this bar could be a gin bar one night, it could be a whiskey bar another night, but with it they have a mixologist and they make all the cocktails. They can then get involved in making the cocktails if they want to, or they can just try them out. So it's entirely as much or as little as they want to do with Treasure Beach, but there is very much something going on for everyone there. 3 of the rooms, all the rooms are 1-bedroom suites. The leading room is the garden view, then you've got the ocean view, and then 3 luxury 1-bedrooms, which have got their own plunge pool. Now, Tamarind is situated right in the middle of the 2 adult-only properties, and this one does have a kids club and a teen club. It has 2 restaurants, it has 3 pools, a larger spa, and it does have all the water sports there. So with the house and Treasure Beach, they can both go in and use all the facilities here. But from a wedding point of view, if you've got a family, that you've got a mixed family group where you've got some that want a bit of a higher end, want definitely an adults only, then they can stay at the house with the champagne breakfast. If they've got someone else who wants to stay adult only, but they want a bit more life, then they can stay at Treasure Beach. And then you've got the families that can stay at the kids, at Tamarind with the kids club and the teen lounge there. With Tamarind, there's something for everyone, and it's one of our most popular wedding destination, wedding hotels, because here, I don't know if you can see the arrow on the screen, they dress this up as an aisle, put the archway or whatever they want here, and they literally do it coming down onto the beach for the beach wedding. Just to give you a few ideas, we can do private dining on the beach for them, so they can have a reception. We have different offers available, anything from 8 upwards, so whatever the group that size is. And then Crystal Cove. Crystal is very much our Caribbean village feel to it. Ideal for families with younger children, I would say. It is built on a cliff top though, so you do need to notify people, anyone with walking difficulties. You've got 3 pools, they all like rock pool, and one has the cave bar where you've literally got the waterfall and you can swim through and you're into the cave. Here they offer garden weddings as well as beach weddings. And it does have the most stunning beach there. It does have 2 small beaches. One is dedicated to the water sports and the other is for swimming, so it does make it much easier. However, we can offer the garden weddings and you can just have them by the side of the pool as well. But as I say, this one is much more popular with those with younger families. Now, Turtle Beach is our only property on the south coast. This one doesn't have the motorised water sports because it's where the 2 seas meet, so it does have a choppier beach. But with that in mind, they do offer surfing lessons, they offer windsurfing, kayaking, boogie boards, lots more there. It has 3 restaurants, 3 bars, an ice cream parlour and a coffee shop, which are all included on the all-inclusive. They can exchange dine with the sister hotels as well. It does have a children's splash pool, so if the children were feeling a little bit nervous of the more robust waves, they can use that there. And it's also perfect for those larger groups. Something I haven't said about both Tamarind and Turtle Beach is we guarantee interconnecting junior suites for both properties there. All the rooms at Turtle, the leading category will take 2 adults and 2 children. And then we also have some interconnecting 1-bedroom suites, which will take up to a family group of 10. And this just gives you an idea of Turtle. They will dress this gazebo, but it just gives you the idea of, it's not quite on the beach because all the beaches are public in Barbados, but this is actually in the hotel grounds. So it still gives you the appearance of being on the beach, but it is still located in the hotel grounds. And then last but not least, we've got Waves Hotel and Spa. Now this one is situated over 2 sides of the road. So one side you've got the ocean side, the other side you've got the spa. 43 rooms on the ocean side, 27 on the spa side. It is a premium all inclusive, and it gives the option to have adult only and families all in the one hotel. On the ocean side, you can have the families, but it does only have the small pool area. There are 20 steps down to the beach. So even though there is a lift in the accommodation itself, you do have that those steps down to the beach. Again, you've got complimentary water sports there, but with this one you also get complimentary spa treatments. So with the leading category, you get 1 spa treatment per person, and the highest category you get 4 spa treatments per person. It does have a slightly different take on the weddings, and you also have the opportunity to have weddings in the Zen garden. And again, all these rooms are large enough to take, on the ocean side, to take 2 adults and 2 children. On the spa side, being adult only, is just the 2 adults. This is the small pool side on the ocean side, and then you've got the lovely spa pool on the other side. The spa has 7 treatment rooms, and at the top here you can see the Zen garden, where you can have private weddings in there, or they can have their wedding breakfast in the Shiso restaurant as well. So I'm just going to play you a short video on Elegant Hotels. It was going to be slightly different from this one, but this just gives you an idea of the hotels themselves. And that's Elegant Hotels. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Super, thank you very much, Jay. So we do have a few questions that have come in. I know Stephen and Anna have been busy answering theirs. Here we go, let's start. Is Positano in Barbados part of the restaurants that apply discounts and can a non-client reserve? Does that make sense to you, Jay?
No, I'm just going to read it. Hang on a sec. Yes, a non-client can reserve, and I'm not sure if it's part of the Barbados that can apply the discounts, but I will find out for you. That's a good question.
Super. And in terms of applying the Bonvoy points, is that applicable to Elegant Hotels?
They can use the Bonvoy points. Only certain tour operators will allow them to, though. So it's on a case-by-case basis. So if they've got a particular booking, then contact me and I'll sort it all out for them.
Okay, super. We've got a client that is wanting to get married at a resort, haven't picked her, but she has a little one, and after the ceremony she wants the kid to leave with the grandparents and stay at another resort close by. So she wants to stay at a resort with adults only, but needs her kid close by. Does anybody offer any of this?
Yeah, I'd say she could stay at either the house or Treasure, and then at Tamarind the grandparents could stay, and then she could literally just walk next door to see them if she wanted to. Or alternatively, Crystal and Waves are very close. When the tide's out, you can walk, but otherwise you'd have to get it, just walk around the streetway.
Super. How many elegant hotels do you have in Barbados?
7.
Which elegant hotel is adult only?
The House and Treasure Beach. And we have an adult section at Waves as well.
Super. Do any of the elegant hotels offer golf?
Not anymore. We used to offer golf at Turtle Beach, but we now offer dedicated tee-off times at Royal Westmoreland.
Okay. What's the closest hotel to the port in Barbados?
Waves. Or Waves and Turtle Beach, they're about the same distance.
Super. Anna, you've got a message from Camille. She wants you to send her the email. I presume that this is the one that you're going to send out to everybody anyway.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
Super.
The wedding brochure.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And are all the elegant hotels interchangeable? If you're on, say, the all-inclusive and things, can they use all the facilities, Jay?
Yes, they can use all the facilities. The only one that they can't is the house. The house can use the facilities of the others, but others can't use the facilities of the house.
Super. Thank you very much. So that's the end of the questions. We're going to check now who's been listening. So everybody go to chat and make sure that your drop down says everyone. So every single person's entered into a prize draw. It's like a spin to win that's on the webinar today. But if you answer this fastest finger first with the correct answer, of course, you will be entered 10 times into the spin to win. So Anna, do you want to fire away with your question first?
Yeah, sure. Can you give me 2 venues at Blue Waters where you can get married?
You need them both?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we have got Rock and Turtle.
No. So Rock Cottage and Gazebo is the correct.
So that's Cheryl. That was the first person. Just writing Cheryl's name down. Well done, Cheryl. You were the first person with the correct answer. Stephen, what's your question, please?
Which 2 historical sites did I say would make great romantic locations for weddings and ceremonies, or weddings or ceremonies? They're historical sites. They're on the island.
Okay, the first one we've got is Speyside and Pigeon Point. No, I've got Pigeon Point and Sugar Cane.
Sugar Mill, I think that was. No.
I've got Pigeon Point and Sugar Mill, Sheila.
No, those aren't the 2.
No?
I'm waiting to see if somebody noticed, and if nobody does, then we'll have to.
Pigeon Point, Blue Waters in.
Nope.
What's the correct answer? Has anybody put it in yet?
I don't know if anyone's put it in yet, actually. I can't get to the chat for some reason. My laptop. Cool, and monument. I didn't even mention that. That's very clever. It's Sugar Mill is one of them. Somebody said and wheel. It's sugar. It was basically. I'm looking for the water wheel and the Sugar Mill. Those are the 2 that I mentioned.
Kay has put Sugar Mull, which means mill, and wheel.
And
so
wheel. Is that the first one that put? Is that because
that's the first one that's mentioned a wheel?
Oh, the wheel, yes, that's what it was. It's the water wheel, which was up at Speyside, and Sugar Mill down on the south west.
You're working very hard with the questions today. Okay, so that was Kay. You were the first person, and Jay. finally, last but not least, what is your
I'm
question?
going to make it an easy one. So how long do you have to be on Barbados before you can get married? I can't see what
Okay.
the first one was.
So we've got 3s and then we've got 3 hours. What is the actual correct answer?
Well, it's immediately. So 3 hours was what I said. You can get married literally within 3 hours. So
Okay, so Shanice and Sheila both just said 3. Would you accept that as an answer, or do you have to put 3 hours?
I'll accept it. I'll be kind.
So Shanice, you was the first person. Super. So everybody will follow up with you, and we'll send out a copy of the recording, and you'll have all of the hosts' names and email addresses. So if you've got any further questions, you can let them know. A big thank you to Anna, Jane, Stephen today for your presentations and showing us the love in your destinations and hotels. Hopefully we're going to send you a lot of weddings and honeymoon bookings. So a big thank you everybody for joining us today, and we've got the Indian Ocean webinar next week. See you all then.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Bye
Take care.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.